I'm Jenna Rosenstein, and welcome to another episode of Beauty Stash. Today we're in Los Angeles to visit the home of celebrity hairstylist.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Chris Appleton. I'll give him a few minutes to dry off, and then we'll go see his beauty stash. Oh my God.
Come on, Jenna.
Can't wait to see your beauty closet.
Cannot wait to show you this world of hair. You're going to be shook.
All right. Oh my God.
Welcome
Chris, this is
to my world of
crazy.
hair. I know, it's crazy, right? This is where it all happens. This is all the behind the scenes stuff. There's been some really amazing moments in here, actually, just looking around, like looking at some of the wigs and some of the pieces.
Yeah, I
Like,
recognize some
I can't
of
wait to
them.
tell you what they're from and what we did them for.
Yeah, well, like, let's start over
You
here.
recognize them?
Yeah, I mean, that looks like Katy Perry's hair. Is it?
Listen, I can't tell you exactly whose hair that is, but if you think that's her hair, I was going to
I
say
mean,
what.
pretty iconic looking.
Yeah, I mean, the wigs are, honestly, these bad boys, these take so many hours to prep. Like, there's so much love and care that goes into the girls. Like, we call them the girls. They're like,
The girls, the
they're
hair.
ready to go. But literally hours and hours of colouring. They don't come like this, so they come super raw. They come like a bright yellow, and we have to colour them and tone them and root them.
So something like this, like
It's a
you
whole
colored
process.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So this was actually blonde. This is actually, interesting enough, it's funny you picked this out. This was actually for Kim when she had pink hair.
Oh.
At the end of blonde, we were like, let's do a colour, let's do something fun. I coloured our own hair pink, and I was like, let me make it a little bit longer. So that night, we went back, and I only had blonde hair with a root in it. So we stayed up literally the whole night. It took like 5 hours to get this pink, because it had to be the right shade of pink. I think this was the one actually we used. We kind of mixed the two, so it was like a faded pink and a brighter pink. But you can see, like,
Beautiful.
you have to have so many different options. Like, I would never just turn up with one like this.
Right.
I would always turn up with this, and then I'd turn up with a lighter one, and there'd be several options just to see what works.
A lot of work that goes into
Yeah, a
these
lot of work
looks.
and a lot of memories, actually.
Yeah. Well, it is sort of like
But
a
this
hair
is
museum.
generally like what the hair comes as. See how it's like kind of yellow, it's very raw.
This is what it comes like?
Yeah, a lot of the times it comes raw like this, so
Oh.
it doesn't come in like an amazing colour.
Yeah, it's very yellow.
You can buy them like that. So if you want like a generic colour, if you want like a beautiful highlighted blonde, or if you want like a nice brunette, then they come for that. I always use Glamseamless hair, and they offer like a great colour selection. But anything super bespoke, I always just like to get it raw like this, and then kind of tailor it to something that, you know,
wow.
I know that's going to work.
So you've spent a lot of time dyeing hair in hotel rooms?
Yeah.
and
Oh,
things like that.
hotels hate me.
Why?
Literally tearing those places out, because it becomes like a workstation. It's like everywhere looks cute, and we're like, okay, move the chairs, move the tables. It's like a workstation.
I mean, there's so much hair here, so you do a lot of like really big transformation moments on
Yeah.
clients. So how do you discuss that with them?
You know what? I fell in love with hair. I remember when I was a kid, I really enjoyed the whole idea of making someone look good. But for me, the biggest part of it was about making someone feel great. And it was amazing the transformation you can give someone, and the power that kind of gives them of making them look and feel good. And they
Right.
stand a little bit taller, and they kind of feel themselves. And you're creating like a character. So every time I see my work on a red carpet, or if I see a campaign, it's something different. Like we just did Kim's new beauty campaign, and she had like the pink hair, she had the yellow hair, and the green hair. And I think they're actually.
I
over there.
can see
Come on, have a
them.
little look.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go see them. So the pink, the green, and the yellow, they were all super last minute. So I was colouring these the night before. This
So-
one was one of my favourites actually. The yellow looked really cool. It was
It-
like a beautiful like yellowy blonde.
It's a very cool color.
Yeah, really nice.
I know. Oh, yes. Can I pull it off?
Quick
No.
transformation.
And you landed on these inspired by the bottles of the perfume, sort of the
Yeah,
colors? Okay,
exactly.
cool.
But like I didn't have on the shoot, I didn't even have a yellow wig. So a lot of the time it's like making it happen. You know, you make it happen last minute and just kind of turn it out and serve the looks.
Yeah. So what is all this hair over
So
here?
this is my regular. So this is like my go-to lot of hair. This is all by Glamseamless.
Okay.
The extensions you can feel it feels amazing.
Yeah, it feels-
The colours are unbelievable.
So you can buy them in these shades?
Yeah,
Wow.
and they do lots of sorts of application, whether it's like permanent or semi-permanent. You know, they kind of offer it all.
For somebody who can't have access to you, they can have access to this, which
Yes,
is nice.
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Very cool.
You know what? I think you'd look good as a blonde or a brunette. Who's your idol? Who have you always wanted to look like?
I mean, I get told I look like Katy Perry and Zoe Deschanel
see.
and Dakota Johnson.
Oh.
I get a lot of them.
like-
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Oh, come on. Okay, so basically, like these are never just shoved on a head. We always like have to pin it in like a certain way because the lace is super delicate.
Do you have somebody make
And
these wigs for you?
Yeah, I mean these wigs literally range anything from like $3,000 to like $20,000, and that's why like they take so much kind of care and looking after. You know. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hold the front. Oh, there she is.
Oh my goodness, that was so fast.
Oh, so cute.
Is it
Really
cute?
nice. You know the great thing about the wigs is they're quick.
I really needed a bang trim, so this is good.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah? How's the color?
Cute. It's a little bit big on your head, baby. You have to snatch that stuff down. So like the whole foundation of a wig, like you have to like really lay it down, fold it, and basically get rid of all your hair so it looks super slim.
And is each wig like custom fit to the client's head?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, like this one. I'll show you this one. Is kind of fun.
That color is incredible.
Yeah, this actually happened by mistake. It wasn't supposed to be this color. It was actually a pink color, and then kind of like I played with like the texture and kind of bleached the ends out a little bit more because I wanted to create like a little bit of diversity. We were going to use this on the shoot.
On the Kimoji shoot?
Yeah, and it didn't make the cut. I know.
Well, you're going to have to use it again somehow.
Yeah, I know. It's super cool.
It's beautiful color. Should we try that on?
Let's try this.
Oh, God.
Let's see if you suit better red hair.
Okay.
So different wigs require different like things. This one needs gluing down, so this one would get glued down on your head. Oh, really nice and punk. Really nice punk rocker.
Yeah? It's a lot of look.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
A lot of look. It's super long. Who grows their hair this long? You know, this hair that's why it's so expensive because it takes so many years to grow.
To grow this long.
Processed. I've always wanted to go to the factory where they make the hair. You need to see how it comes in.
What's the longest look you've ever done on somebody? Longest hair?
Okay, she's behind you. Look, she's here.
Let me see
This
it.
one. So this was. This is the 50-inch hair that we did for J-Lo.
It's J-Lo's hair?
On a red carpet.
Oh my goodness.
Hot, right?
Did you color this yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
This took hours. Actually, it was a team of people. There was a team of people that helped us because it took weeks to do this.
But there's so many
Because this hair comes
colors.
black as well. It doesn't come this color.
Oh my God.
So like this kind of length hair tends to generally just come black, and then there's like a lot of lightening and a lot of processing. But that's why you have to pay
the money. That makes sense.
All right, let's take this off.
Okay.
Let's carry on looking around. I kind of became known for like the glass hair.
Glass hair. You invented it.
Yeah, I love the glass hair. So it was like super rich, shiny, gorgeous hair. And Dreamcoat was the product I used to create the look. So saturate it on wet hair, blows right in, and it just really transforms the texture of hair. So if you want that really amazing, we should have done your hair for this actually.
I know, that would have been
should
nice.
have laid it down. We should have
That's okay.
gave you a wig, made it like glass hair.
Nobody would have even known. Yeah.
But this literally transforms the texture of hair. So they're just great products that do exactly what they say they're going to do.
Are there any products you use on yourself from Color Wow?
I like to use this. Kale Cocktail's my go-to just because my hair's bleached. I recently cut it shorter just because, you know, that blonde life.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
know.
lot. And I fancied a change. So Kale Cocktail's really good at, it actually reinforces the hair, so you put it on when it's wet and it brings the bonds back together. It just makes your hair look super
Heal
healthy.
some of that damage.
Yeah.
It also sounds delicious. Kale cocktail.
Listen, I feel like it's time to change it up. I feel like we need to keep this exciting.
Okay.
Who's your next alter ego?
Oh, another wig?
Yeah.
Should we do like classic blonde? What do you think?
You want to be a blonde.
I do.
Everyone
I really
wants to be a
do.
blonde at least once. Please pick.
Oh
Which
my
one do you
gosh.
wanna be?
I don't know. You're the expert. You pick
I'm
one
into
for me.
these bangs on you. Oh,
Ooh.
here she is. This was actually never used. This was for a
Really?
shoot. Yeah, we never used it. It's so sad that a lot of them don't actually make the cut.
But then you hold on to them because you will use them eventually,
Yeah,
right?
hell
Okay.
yeah. Everything comes back round. So I
Okay.
always end up using something. And even if it's something, I'll turn it into something else. So for example, this was like pink and I wanted to make it more interesting, so we made it orangey on the ends. Still didn't make the cut. I don't know how much more it can go through. You know, colouring your hair and
Yeah.
doing the whole process is a lot. Okay, just put your head fringe back.
There we go.
Oh, really nice.
Is it
there.
cute?
It's not so cute, I'm not gonna lie, but it's cool. I don't know if
I
you're
like your
blonde.
honesty.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm very,
cute. You
I'm very
work in it.
fair.
Yeah, no, you work in it.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe you could put like a little accessory in there.
Okay.
Oh, Ava Gardner. Really nice. Did
Thank
Ava Gardner
you.
have blonde hair?
So how can you decide when you should use a wig and when you should actually dye a client's hair? Because you do both.
You should definitely use a wig if you want to have some fun and you want
Mm-hmm.
to play with a new look. You know what? Wigs actually are great. There's a lot of times that things are wigs and you guys don't even know. There's a demand to change lengths, change
Mm-hmm.
colours, change textures, and your own hair can only do so much. So why not just wrap it up,
Mm-hmm.
put a wig on, and as long as it's, I mean, listen, there's nothing worse than a bad wig.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. But this,
This is not working for me.
well, we don't just chuck it on, like it's a process.
No,
You
I know.
look cute. Laying a wig really is a process. It took me years to lay wigs. So, you know, I learned in New York, I learned in London, I went on classes that, like, you know, on theatre, so I learned from them. I learned, in fact, that was probably one of the biggest learning curves, like the theatre world, also the film world, because HGTV, you can see everything. Like, HGTV was not made for hair and makeup. It was definitely made for football, so you
Right.
can see the grass and see how green it is. Because who wants to see so close up? Like,
know, all
you
the
can see
pores,
hairlines, you
everything.
can see the pores, you
Yes.
can see all of that. So it made our life in the beauty industry harder, but at the same time, I love the challenge and I love like melting that away and like no one knowing it's a wig.
Yeah.
But you know, that takes a lot of time and dedication, and you know, you can ask my assistants, they are literally like, they have relationships with these wigs because it's like they take so much care, they have to be travelled safely. Once my assistant, she travelled from LA to New York, because I was in London and I said, can you meet me in New York, we had a job. She took a whole bag of wigs that I'd worked on for years. It was all of Kim's hair. She arrived at the airport, the bag never made it up on the belt. And she rang me and she was like, Chris, the bag's been stolen with all the hair. And I was like, what do you mean you don't want me to panic? How am I going to do that? How am I going to place it? Like, I was literally like, what? Like, it was, I just literally couldn't comprehend how much like years of work and
it's expensive.
So, like probably, like, I think it was about $300,000 worth of hair. Like, it was crazy. So apparently someone just took it in the airport. There was like a bag taken and I never got it back. It was crazy.
So, I mean, how do you get the hair back from a client? So like you put a wig on somebody or you put some extensions in somebody, they go home at the end of the night for a red carpet. How do you get the hair back?
I mean, you know what? You don't. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I mean, usually I'll be like, oh, have you got that hairpiece or have you got that? And I'll try and, you know, resalvage it. But fortunately, we've got plenty of it, so we can just keep it turning out.
Let's talk about some of your inspiration.
Yeah, all right, well, the inspiration is over here. One of my biggest inspirations was Vedal Sassoon.
Yes, classic.
So when I was like 16, I literally would study these books, and you can see they're like super classic styles, like really like the bowl cut, like really iconic looks. But honestly, once you know these kind of transformations and these techniques, it never leaves you. And I used to go to Sassoon, so I'd get on the train and I'd go to London and I'd do like a week training course, and I'd live in like London for a week. We would take sections like this, like tiny little like sections, and cut hair by hair. And you would cut, I'd be cutting hair for like 5 hours, literally just to create this perfect haircut. Once you know like the foundation, once you know how to like create the basics, that's when you can fuck it up. Like if you know how to create a great shape, then you can, and it's solid, you can then fuck it up. But I think, you know, just going in and just creating messy hair for me was never just like a thing. I always wanted to like create a foundation, and I always thought of hair as like a fabric. So I'd always want to like create it and sculpt it into something amazing. And you know, I think Sassoon was a huge part of it. And you know what, I'll tell you something that was literally changed my whole career. I was in a salon, I was working really hard, and I wanted to do like a cover of a magazine, and I got the cover of a hairdressing magazine. It was a big hairdressing magazine, and they put my model on the cover, and I remember being like so like, wow, I made it. And she had this like beautiful blunt, sleek, shiny bob, and it kind of was the glass hair actually. It was back then, it was like really, really shiny. The editor of the magazine rang me and she was like, oh, I want to talk to you. And I was like, what? She's like, someone sent me an email, and I think, you know, I wanted to pass this on to you. It's like really complimentary. We don't get stuff like this very often. And she sent me an email, and it was an email from Vedal Sassoon.
Oh my God.
I know, and he was, when he was alive, and he said, I just wanted to let you know that it's amazing. He said, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful cover, and I want you to reach out to the person that did it and tell them that I think their work is fantastic, and their precision and their, you know, execution of the shot was just unbelievable.
It makes me want to cry for you. I'm like,
literally, I think I have the email somewhere. I mean, obviously, Vedal Sassoon isn't here anymore, but moments like that really stay with you, and I think it changes your whole like career as a hairdresser.
Did you ever think you'd be where you are today, like with social media and, you know, on TV shows? And
it was really funny. When I was a kid, I remember like my brother played football, and he was always the star child. And I said to my mum and dad, I want to do hair. And they were like, okay, you go do hair. Go play with hair. When I used to do my mum's hair when I was a kid, I used to want to make her look like a Hollywood star. So it's kind of iconic that now I live in Hollywood and I work with Hollywood stars. So yeah, I think it was my journey for sure. I honestly live and breathe hair. And it's not really like work. I genuinely love what I do. I generally have that drive to always want to be better. It's annoying in a way because you never just kind of go, oh well. But at the same time, I think it pushes you to be the best, and it makes you have that eye.
So I wanted to ask you about hair color, because obviously you have so many hair colors here and you're always dyeing your clients' hair.
I want to ask you about hair color.
What?
Let's change it up.
Oh yeah, you want to change it up one more time?
So.
Okay.
I think let's wig snatch this.
Goodbye, blonde.
I kind of got used to it as being a blonde.
Look at this color.
Well, this was blonde, so it came blonde, and you needed like a really vibrant red color.
So vibrant.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
How bright that is.
I'm like a superhero or something.
I think it's aggressive, but it's nice.
It's aggressive. I feel great.
It's more about how do you feel. I mean, come on, like we're changing these wigs up.
I mean, I love having this length. It's really fun.
I felt like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, you were a little bit more flirty with the blonde.
You think?
Little bit.
Okay.
Like I was like just stepping back. You were a little more flirty. You kept playing with it like.
I know, because it's fun.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what's happening.
Okay, we'll see what happens. My transformation is.
Let's carry on. Let's get around this closet.
This is what I wanted to ask you about, was hair color.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously you have like these giant jugs of Olaplex.
Oh, this has literally been my savior throughout the blonde years. Like blonde has been popular. Like, I think I took Kim blonde, I took Ariana blonde, which was so much fun, and Olaplex was a huge part of I guess the color process of just keeping the hair super strong.
Yeah, so somebody who doesn't know what Olaplex is, what is it?
It just enabled me to sort of push the boundaries of hair, and the great thing about the blondes now, like especially mine, is pushing the hair that a little bit further and taking it from yellow that step further. Olaplex was just a great part of basically keeping the bonds super strong, reinforcing the hair and giving you that great shine. And I'll use Olaplex on mine when I colour it, and I just have the confidence that it's going to go that stage lighter and not basically fall off.
Do you use it on the fake hair too?
It's great on wigs and extensions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I also love the shampoo from Colorwell. The sulfate-free shampoo is amazing on hair extensions and wigs. So it's always great to use products if they're working on the wigs and the extensions, and you can use them on real hair as well, it's a good product. There's some products that you can use that, really kind of change the texture of the wigs, and they make it greasy and heavy. So using a sulfate-free shampoo is super important. Also, when you colour in, making sure you put the Olaplex in the colour to keep it super strong. Sugar bear hair. These are amazing. Have you ever tried these?
I haven't. I've seen them all over Instagram.
Seriously, like they need to not really be around me, because like I come in and I'm like discussing with my assistants what we're going to do, and I'm like, so what are we going to do today? And I'm like, where's those bears? And literally,
like candy?
No, seriously, they're amazing.
Okay.
This is not an ad.
This is not an ad, but they're all over Instagram. Ready? Oh my god.
So good, right?
It tastes like a gummy bear.
No, you need to open wider.
I have a small mouth.
You do have a really small mouth.
I know.
You ready? I feel like I'm just going to hit you in the face. I'm going to try. You ready? Oh, nearly. So yeah, sometimes I eat like half a tub.
So
I don't think you're supposed to, but my hair feels pretty strong.
And you notice a difference when you take these?
It's just good to, I always believe in taking vitamins for your hair. I think every little helps. It's great for your hair and nails.
They're really delicious. Look at all these tools you have.
I know. You know what? I've actually become I love like my accessories, and they're all up there, like sprays, transforming hair and having some fun. I'll show you actually. You want to take your hair down for me?
Oh yeah, sure.
So for example here, like this is amazing. This is Danny Moon. He's a good friend of mine. He invented this glitter.
There's so many colors.
There's a black. That's really cute. What about the red?
Sure.
You like that?
Yeah.
Amazing. Look at that.
Have you used this on the red carpet before?
You know what? I actually did it on Katy Perry for the Met Ball. She had that kind of beehive, and then when she went to the after party, I painted like her bangs.
Oh, cool.
Just like a small section. But it's like really, they're really fun to do. Usually you would like have the hair gel down a little bit, but you kind of just paint it into the hair. And this is really cool for like editorial and stuff. The way it picks up in the light is super cool.
And then it dries down?
It dries down, yeah. I did it on Rita Ora for the Met Ball, and I painted just her part gold.
I remember that,
yeah. It was amazing. I loved that. It was one of my favourite looks, because it was so simple, but like super effective. We should have just done the part, but I wanted to just paint this in.
We're experimenting. It's fine.
Yeah, super cute.
That's what beauty's all about, right? What's your secret for a wet hair look?
Oh, you know what? I get asked that a lot.
I know, I'm sure you do.
The wet hair look. It's actually super easy. So I use this stuff, which is like a shellac. So basically you put it through hair section by section.
In dry hair?
In dry hair. So I do it on your texture now, and I'd put a lot on, and I'd do it section by section, and I'd really lay the popper look on, and then maybe add like a bit of a wave to it. But this makes your hair super soft. Really shiny. If you wanted to use it as a finishing product, you could. So you could put some on the ends and it would give it a nice shine. But a lot of people are always asking me like, okay, how did you get that look? And I can't be like, oh, well, I used this Marcel, like... This looks like a cattle prod. Like no one's going to be able to know how to use this.
Right,
so
what
like,
do I do?
I can do it, but I think it's really important that I can show real women at home how to do their hair as well.
Definitely.
So I always try and break it down and make it kind of, easy. Whether it's something like that where it just sucks the hair up and, curls the hair, or if it's just a quicker technique, I think it's always great to break it down. And it's a little bit more challenging actually to do that, to think, okay, how can I make it still look amazing but using a less kind of complicated tool.
Do you have a favorite hot tool brand? I mean,
yeah,
so many
what? I always probably my go-to is Harry Josh, just because these products are super high quality. So they heat up really well. They give the hair a great form and a great curl, whether it's a flattening iron or a curling iron or a hairdryer.
What is this?
One of my favorites.
Okay, what is this?
So this is a ponytail that goes to the floor.
Crazy.
Crazy, right? But great fun, right?
How long did this take?
Oh, I don't know. Probably another week. You have like a little comb in here, and you literally just put the comb in, the ponytail, but you'll feel the weight of this bad boy.
All right.
And the great thing about these is once you've made it, it's actually relatively quick to apply.
I'm Rapunzel, you guys. It is heavy.
Heavy, right?
Yeah.
You should try dancing in this.
I mean, you definitely want to like.
But for drama, I'd say it's a 10 out of 10.
Wear it like a scarf. No?
You gotta know how to wear it, babe.
I'm not J-Lo.
All right, Jenna, so you've seen a bit of an insight into my world of hair. What do you think?
I am fascinated. I could spend hours in here.
I'm
Truly.
interested, who was your favorite girl? Who was your favorite look?
I mean, I really liked being blonde.
I
As you
think you
said,
liked
I
being
felt
blonde.
it. We have one more wig, right? To try
Babe,
on?
we have endless
I know.
amounts of wigs. But I think this one would be cute on
Okay.
you, the little blue black one. And you know what? I think the only thing we need to master now is the perfect selfie. 'Cause
All right.
it's all good and like fun and games playing with these wigs, but
We
you
need
don't get the
pictures.
right shot. And if it's not on the gram, then it didn't happen. Oh, that's cool. It really brings
cool.
up. Makes your eyes look green. So green. Oh wow.
Okay.
So normally we'd cut all this off at the front, and this would be like laid and melted.
Okay.
So it's not just about putting the wig on; it's about making it look like it's your own. But this looks amazing on your skin.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's try it. Let's get
Okay,
the perfect
let's
selfie.
let's take a
alright?
picture.
Over here, the glam light. That's a necessity.
So what do you do? Stand in front of it?
You want to go higher always. It's funny when people like go to take a picture and they're just like down here and no filter, and I'm like, oh. All right, you ready?
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
cute.
you're taller. I like
Oh,
it.
you're not even talking. You're in pose.
I know, I was
love your selfies. All right, let me add a little bit of wind because I think it's
Okay.
looking a bit still. This is your alter ego. Live
This
your
is-
best
this
life.
is my
now.
moment?
You
Okay.
need to feel this. You
Okay,
I'm
ready?
not doing this for nothing. Give me a look. Okay, so let this float a little bit. All right, Jen, I actually think it's time for you to go
Okay.
and get out of my
Thank
closet. But
you.
thank you so much for coming.
Oh my gosh, you're the best. Thank you. Well, can I
I
take
had
this
the
with
best
me?
time.
Maybe. I'm gonna just walk out with this.
I mean,
All right.